Okay. So I just got home from work, and naturally, I'm not allowed to relax. My buddy Phil called me up. He says, "Oh, the new Star Wars trailer's on. You gotta see it. You gotta see it. You gotta see it." So here we go. You guys know what a huge Star Wars fan I am, so I figured we'll watch the trailer together for the very first time. But my palms are sweating just getting ready for this. All right, here we go. What is that, like a big fucking boat?
The force is strong in my family.
Wow.
My father has it.
The robot?
I have it. My sister has it.
Has what?
You have that power too.
This Christmas. A black guy? The Millennium Falcon, look at that. Wow.
Chewie, we're home.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good. Does the PSP work?
Yes, yeah. Well, that's my son. He just gave it to me, so I assume it does. I could get power out here.
I see it's got battery life, but I'm seeing if the...
Oh, there's battery life? I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Would you take 5 for it?
Yeah, 'cause I don't know. Yeah, I'll take 5.
Okay. Chinese people. Chinese garage sale. And they're selling nunchucks. Come on, people.
All right, listen here. Can everybody come back down to reality? There's a set of nunchucks at a garage sale run by Asian people. I mean, come on. Are you trying to tell me they all don't know karate?
PSP and PlayStation 2?
Very happy down there.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. But it was like so weird, and the door on the floor had like a meltdown. She was like watching all the stuff going up and down and stuff. And she ended up like stairs, and I was just like, oh my god, because she's very nervous. Oh, that's my mother-in-law.
Did she know? You told her?
Sports games. I'm not into sports games.
Okay, yeah.
That's cool though. All right. What are you asking on the Wii games?
$1 each.
$1 each?
Yeah.
All right.
Hi. Yeah, this is my house.
I'll take this
She was
one.
here with
Okay.
me.
Got any video games at all?
Yeah, I know.
Any old like Nintendo, anything like that?
You know what? I think we sold them. No, he's got a whole bunch. My son just went out for a little bit. Old Nintendo.
Old video games.
But she does. We have a bunch inside of it. I know they're in Bob's house.
Whatever you got.
How about, you want a sorry?
Yeah, whatever you got.
Like, do you know what a sorry is?
Of course I do. I'm 40 years old.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Would never guessed it. Looks like you're in your 20s.
I take my vitamins. I say my prayers.
There you go.
Yeah.
But my son's not home. I don't even know what he's got in here. He's going to go home a little bit, but if you wanted to see if there's anything that you might be, and then I could hold it to you for later, I don't know. Because it's not mine, I don't know what. So,
Yeah, let me see. Hold on.
this stuff. I don't know what any is. Grab it through box. And do I have them open? There's probably more games. I don't know.
Oh, there's stuff down there.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to put this out for people to
No.
do this stuff. Let me go to Wally's. Buy some more 50 cents I made. I even have another box of
Are these full creative IDs that you just punch in?
You can look on the front page, see if there's anything else with that game.
So with the games, 3 PlayStation games and 3 Dreamcast games.
What'd you offer?
Oh, I didn't offer yet. Well, I was wondering what he wants for it.
Okay. Let me give him a call. Okay, what you'd like to buy is your original Nintendo Entertainment System with the 2 controllers, and then he has like a couple of PlayStation games, the Twisted Metal, and the Final Fantasy, and Sega Dreamcast, Gauntlet, Crazy Taxi, and a couple of Nintendo like Captain Skyhawk game, and like 3 games. How much do you want to sell that for? The Nintendo's regular system, the original one that you had with the 2. Okay, I'm just gonna take a picture of it and I'll send it to you. Okay, thanks. We don't supposed to go. Bye. Right, just the one system in those games. That's original Nintendo. No, it's not Super Nintendo. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games, and a Game Genie game. Yeah, one system, 2 controllers, and those games. Yeah. Okay. It's 50.
We do 40.
Would you do 40 for it? He's asking me if you would do 40. I just said 50. He said 40. Would you do 45 and then the?
Well, the only thing is because the Nintendo's got a busted.
Oh, the back of the Nintendo. He has to fix the wire on the back of it because it's a busted. Whatchamacallit on the back of it. Okay. Thanks. Okay. 40's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, let's get right into it. This first sale, I didn't get it on the camera glasses. My camera glasses are giving me a hard time. I don't know why I don't just buy another pair. I missed 2 sales with the camera glasses, and I'm real pissed off about it. But you got to take my word for it on these. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. So here we go. This first garage sale was a woman in a wheelchair. She was in like really tough shape. She was missing her legs. Like one of her arms was screwed up. I felt bad for her. It reminds me of the time I went to the beach my friends were having like this big party at the beach. It reminded me of like the opening of Jaws, you know, when the kids are all partying on the beach and whatnot. And there was a girl there who she was a quadriplegic. And that's when you have no legs and no arms. And I didn't know her personally, but I knew her through her friends. I knew her friends. And they introduced me. A girl had wonderful personality. And we're all drinking and whatnot. And it's getting like towards sunset and whatnot. We're all hanging out. And I'm sitting next to her on her beach blanket there. And very attractive girl. I mean, not that a quadriplegic can't be attractive, but very attractive girl and very, very pleasant to talk to. But anyway, we're talking and whatnot, and she goes, I want to tell you something. She goes, I want to tell you that I've never been hugged before. And I was like, okay. I was like, really kind of uncomfortable, right? So I didn't know really what to make of it, so I just kind of like almost on instincts, I gave her a hug, and then things got like kind of really awkward. I was really embarrassed, and she was like, you know, I could see that she was embarrassed too, and but it was okay, and then she said to me, she says, I've never been kissed before. So I'm like, is this like my cue to move in for the? My attitude, to be honest with you, was like, oh, you know what the hell? And plus, we were drinking and whatnot. So I leaned in and we kissed, and it wasn't bad. I got to tell you, there was like some sparks there. And then after that, the tension was kind of broken. We weren't that embarrassed anymore. I think she felt like really comfortable around me. So as we're talking some more, she goes, I want to tell you something else. She goes, I've never been fucked before. So I picked her up, I threw her in the water, and I said, now you're fucked. All right, you know what? All right, let's get to the fucking, you know what? Jesus Christ. All right, so how many of you switched off the program already? I don't know. All right, here we go. We picked up some Xbox 360 games, $1 a piece. The way I feel about the Xbox 360 now is, listen, I always get into game systems while they're on their way out. And the Xbox 360, I feel, is starting to take that foot out the door. And maybe it's like a hipster attitude, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to be down with what's cool, but the idea of the Xbox 360 heading on its way out is almost endearing to me. So, and you know, I'm not stupid enough where I can't appreciate you know, the titles that came out, and how beloved the Xbox 360 is to the newer generation gamers. And I'm trying to wet my feet in, you know, maybe not the newest generation of gamers, but this, you know, the second to newest generation. I'm trying, okay? So here we go. Xbox 360 games, $1 a piece. BioShock 2, nice little foil cover on it. I hear great things about BioShock. I want to try it out. Condemned, Criminal Origins. It's a Sega game. It's the only reason why I took a second look at it. Again, I don't know much about these games, so, you know. Gears of War, simply because I remember the television ads, and, you know, the graphics were not very nice. They were gorgeous. And, you know, everybody used to talk about Gears of War, so there we go. And Gears of War 2. So I'm thinking to myself, if we're ever going to start building up an Xbox 360 collection, you know, why not do it now while the games are on the cheap? And if we, you know, I'm not going to spend more than $1 for a game, so, you know, we'll be able to build it up at a relatively inexpensive price. Xbox 360. Let's move on to the next sale. Okay. Whoa! You gotta be kidding me. Well, we got a PSP here, if it still works. I just blew the battery cover off of it. Alright, the guy wanted $10 for the it was a PSP with some cords in it. The guy wanted $10 for it. I flipped it on. I checked if there was a game in there. There was a game in there. I flipped it on. Tiger Woods Golf came on. It kind of makes a lot of noise. Is that normal for a PSP? Probably not. But there it goes. There it goes. The screen got a little brighter. I don't know if you can see. There you go. Damn thing works. Not that I was going to tell him that. So I basically used the old gag, do you know if it works? He didn't know if it works. So I threw him a $5 offer, and he grabbed it. There we go, PSP. I'm dying to play some PSP games. I remember, what was the game that we saw for the PSP last year? Not last season, 2 seasons ago. It was the fighting game with the vampires. What the fuck was the name of that game? Capcom game. I remember I passed it up because the woman wanted like $15 for it. But I always regretted passing it up because I haven't seen it again. Anyhow, PSP, $5. Okay. Next sale, again, camera glasses weren't working. Scanning the tables and I run across this. It's the video game storage system for the Nintendo DS. It was 25 cents. I couldn't resist. I said, what the fuck is this thing? What does it do? Let's find out what it does together. It's in a very... The thing that's so shocking about this is it's for the Nintendo DS, and look at how yellowed the plastic is. It's like, are Nintendo DS accessories like that old now? Okay, so it's this thing right here, and there's like a, I guess a thumb wheel. Okay, I get the idea behind this thing, okay? We got a DS game, because I'm certainly not going to read the instruction manual. Okay, here's how it works. You got your DS game here. You flip the lid here. You poke the game down inside the machine. I think. Maybe the other way. Oh, that's stupid. Okay, it had a blank in there. Okay, so this thing is full of blanks. So you take the blank. I thought it was like spring-loaded, so you turn it and your DS game would pop up, which would have been cool. Okay, so I guess you just put your DS game in there. Close the door. And then then you try to turn it. Doesn't turn. It's locked. What's going on here? Maybe you gotta push this down. Put your DS game in there. Oh, you put your DS game in there, then you gotta press down on the DS game to rotate. Okay. And now your DS game is locked in there. And then, I don't know why, oh, I guess you gotta have another DS game. And then, you know what? Very next sale, I'm scanning the tables. They got some Wii games out there. I was like, whoop-de-doo. I said to the kid that was working the table, so you got any other video games? He goes, yeah, I got some PS2 and I got some PSP games. I'm like, great, we just found the PSP. Bring them out. He brings them out. It's one sports title after another. So I scan the table. I see one Wii game that we might be interested in. So I'm like, all right, how much? And I'm like, I'm not taking this game. If it's any more than $1, I'm not grabbing it. So here we go. Mario Strikers Charged. I've never even heard of this game before. I mean, not that that would be any surprise, because I don't really know about any Wii games, to be honest with you. Looks like some type of soccer game starring Mario for $1. Okay, let's move along. Okay, this is the very last sale, and I don't even know how to explain this one, okay? Pull up to the lady's house. I ask her if they got any video games. She goes, yeah, my son's got video games, but he just took a ride to Starbucks. And now the lady next door is like, I got video games over here. So I'm like, oh, wow, she's got video games. She goes running into the house. So now she's like, well, I'll bring out my son's video games, and then I'll call him and or he'll be back or whatnot. Anyhow, the lady on the other side, she winds up coming out with like an Xbox. So she came out first. I went over there. It was an Xbox One. She's like, I got other video games. My husband just died. She's like, I got other video games. They're in the basement. She goes, I don't know where they are. Let me take your number. I leave her my number. Whether she calls back or not, who knows? Probably not. Anyhow, let's try to be positive. Yeah, she's going to call me back. Anyhow, this woman comes out with the original lady comes out with 2 big boxes of games, but she's like, my worst nightmare, she doesn't know where her son is. So I'm like, oh, here we go. What are we going to do now? I'm going to look through these video games. I'm going to get, attached to what I see. And then the son's going to be a no-show. And then then I'm going to leave. And then her son's going to come home and sell them to some other shark. So I'm like, you got to understand, the brain goes in a million different directions. This garage sailing is anything but relaxing. So anyhow, it gets to the point where she lets me go through all the stuff. So I'm like, there's so much stuff here. Like, some of it's garbage, some of it's good. I don't know. She's like, you know what? Just wait for my son. So I go out to my truck. I wait in the truck. She comes up to the truck. She says to me, you know something? She goes, I just talked to my son. He's not coming home anytime soon. She goes, why don't you pick out what you want, and then I'll communicate it to him, and you make an offer to him, and blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, fine. I made a little pile. The next thing you know, she's talking to her son, and then her son's like, take pictures of it. Like, I'm thinking to myself, if he wants her to take pictures of it to send back to her, this guy's going to want so much money for all this shit. So there was an original Game Boy in there. There was a Game Gear in there. Sure, I'd like to have them, but I don't really need them that bad, so I left them out of the pile because I didn't want it to jack up the price. There was a Sega Genesis in there. I don't know what kind of price this kid's going to be asking. I would have took the Genesis at the right price, but I'm thinking things are going to be expensive, so I only pulled out what I really wanted. I wish the kid was there because I just would have made him an offer on everything, and I think it might have worked out. But anyway, she sends him pictures, and then enough already. Is anybody still there? Let's get started. Okay. There was a Nintendo. Yeah, no game inside. It's a Nintendo. We don't really have. I don't think I have an original Nintendo anymore. We might have one in there. I'm not sure, but I was like, you know what? And with a power adapter like this, how can you say no? By the way, that was my bargaining chip. The kid wanted $50 after the pictures were taken. He wanted $50 for everything, and I went immediately for my little bargaining chip here. I was like, well, you know, the plug is broken for her. I'm gonna have to get a new plug. So she basically told him that she almost, the way she explained it, made it sound like the whole back of the Nintendo was busted. So I think the kid just folded. He wanted $45, and I'm like, all right. So at least I'm in the ballpark of where, like, I could have. I know if I would have. Whatever. So she went 40. Here we go. There's the Nintendo. With the, we got another power cord for it. 2 controllers. And some Nintendo games here. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Nintendo games. Aussie Pro-Am. We have a copy of Aussie Pro-Am, but I believe the label's torn. So, I mean, Aussie Pro-Am's one of those classic Nintendo games I grew up with as a kid. I think everybody grew up with Aussie Pro-Am. Just a really solid little Aussie car racing game. Aussie Pro-Am. I don't even know why I'm telling you guys that. You guys already know. Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. Win, lose, or draw. We don't have it yet. Now we have it. I got a poster here. What is this? A Super Nintendo poster. For Venom? For Venom Spider-Man? Alright. Ice hockey? Captain Skyhawk. I think we have Captain Skyhawk. Captain Skyhawk's again a game that my friend Steve had growing up. He loved was it Captain Planet? No, I think it was Captain Skyhawk. A nice little shooter. Milton Bradley game. Decent shooter. Not a copy of Super Mario Brothers. And Legend of Zelda Gold Card. I don't think we have this game yet. So I was kind of psyched to find it. If we have the Legend of Zelda, I think we have it. We have the gray card. I could be mistaken. I could just look over here and tell you. Yeah, we don't have the gold card. So there we go. And a Game Genie. a Legend of Zelda manual, and a couple of plastic cases. Okay. Other than that, listen, that's okay. Those aren't terrific Nintendo games by any stretch of the imagination. I think Zelda was a nice little find for us because we don't have a gold card yet. There we go. And what I was really, really excited about was finding a couple of what I consider to be good Sega Dreamcast games. Our Sega Dreamcast collection is abysmal. Our Sega Dreamcast collection is embarrassing. And so this really, really, really helps out. I'm really excited about this. Look what we got. Sonic Adventure. Gauntlet Legends. Very cool. And good old Crazy Taxi. So I'm proud as Peach to have those particular Sega Dreamcast games. I mean, I think all the games that we have are sports, or even if they're not sports, then like the case cover's missing or something. It's just like real pathetic. And oh, hold on a second here. Is this a Dreamcast? Yeah, another Dreamcast game. Rainbow Six. Okay. Very awesome. 4 Dreamcast games. And other than that, we picked up a Final Fantasy VII. And a Twisted Metal with a shattered case. But we'll fix that right up. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. For $40, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games and a Nintendo Entertainment System. Is it a spectacular buy? I wouldn't necessarily call it a spectacular buy, but I think it's decent. So the exciting part about today is, I think that we found a very diverse selection of games today. So let's head over to the game shelf. And this is really, 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 really going to help us kick off the start of the season. Look at this. We got Xbox 360 games that don't fit on this particular shelf. There we go. We got a Wii game. We got some Nintendo. Some PlayStation. Some Dreamcast. Put the Dreamcast down here. And some more Nintendo games. How about that, huh? Well, guys, we are on the move. I'm Bidhead 1000. You just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization. We'll see you next time.